Hello guys, welcome to a new video, and today we are gonna discuss, as you can see from the title, poor man's covered call, right? So a normal covered call, if you have been doing it, there's one drawback to covered call, right? You need to own 100 shares of a stock, right? And some stocks could be very costly to own 100 shares, right? And that's where this poor man covered call comes in. So we're going to discuss how you can still get those juicy premiums but at a much lower cost, right? So by the end of this video, you are gonna know how to execute it well. I'm gonna show you step by step in Robinhood platform with an example and all the pros and cons, everything we are gonna discuss. This is gonna be a great video, so stick around. And with that, let's start. Hello guys, I have made some slides to go along with it so that you can later come back to it and understand exactly how you can actually, what are the things that you need to be looking out for if the trade doesn't go in your favor, right? So all that I have documented it pretty well here. So that's gonna be, keep that as your reference, and if you come across any of this situation, this is gonna be handy. So with that, let's begin. So quickly to cover, right? PMCC, right? What exactly is PMCC? So PMCC, it's a bullish option strategy that mimics a covered call, but instead of owning 100 shares, you own a leap option, right? So this is basically, you can think of it as a leap option, but with a covered call. So let's say just a quick comparison, right? Like I said in the beginning, in traditional covered call, if a stock is at $165, then you will have to have $16,000 in your account to do covered call, right? But in poor man covered call, you're gonna be just needing a fraction of that money, right? So that's where this poor man covered call is very popular. You need almost, in some cases, you may just need 90% less or 80% less of that capital, the original capital that you would have need to do a traditional covered call, right? Now, how do you actually execute this, right? How does it work? So I would like to think this as a combination of two things, right? So you basically, it's a combination of a leap and a short-term covered call. So a leap, if you don't know, a leap is basically a long dated call option, right? It's a long call, but with a very longer expiry, right? It could be a year or more than a year out, right? So you basically buy a leap option, and then you would be looking for something like delta around more than 80, and then you do short-term covered call. You can do weekly, you can do 30 to 45 days. That's the textbook definition of how it works, right? So you buy a leap and then you sell call against that, right? Buying a leap, as you know, you need just a fraction of owning that 100 shares, and it kind of mimics the way the stock moves, right? So if you buy with a delta of 80, then if a stock moves from, let's say, $100 to $110, your stock would, your gain would also be $8, right? In a good 100 shares of stock, that stock is going to move by $10. But if you have a leap of a delta 80, then you gain almost 80% of that original, right? You gain $8. If someone is owning 100 shares, they gain $10. But remember, you just paid a fraction of that money instead of buying that and holding that 100 shares, right? So that's the big advantage of poor man covered call. So that's a quick way how you execute this. Now the next thing is the delta, right? So the delta, as I explained, delta matters a lot here because you are actually playing with the delta. So delta, just a quick reminder, right? A delta is how much your option moves when the stock moves $1. So if, let's say, if you are getting a $80, as I said, if a stock moves $1, leap moves 80 cent, right? And the short call, if you have a 20 delta, then your it basically tells your probability of profit, right? So that's basically, if you are getting a $20 20 cent delta, then you have a chance of closing that option as a worthless 80%, right? So we're gonna, if this sounds little bit confusing, don't worry. We are gonna come to this with a proper example. I'm gonna show you in my Robinhood platform, but I wanna first clear the basics of poor man covered call so that you are very clear before we jump into the actual example, right? The next thing is, right, this is an example I've just taken, simplified it with $100 stock price. So just a quick example, right? So let's say a stock price is $100 and you buy $80 strike price leap option, right? That's 12 months out. So remember, if you had to buy 100 shares, you would have spent $10,000, but here you are only spending $2,500, right? Now on that you sell 110 strike price call options. For that you made a premium, right? You made the premium. You can sell that, right? Because even though you don't own the share, but you are allowed to sell covered call because you are holding a leap option, right? So this is how the maths comes in, right? So your net cost, because you collected a $150 premium, your net cost is 2,350, right? So you have to minus that premium, right? And then the profit is because you're gonna get this max profit as 1,500. So your potential return, if you talk about in a return on your investment, is almost 60%, right? If you had bought the original $10,000 stock, remember your return on investment would be way less in this case, right? It will be close to like 10 to 15%. Okay, so now moving on, we should discuss about what scenarios that can happen, right? What could happen? What happens if it goes down, if it goes up, right? So those are important things to discuss. Of course, there are some risks that comes along with PMCC, right? So I just want to quickly cover those, right? So let's say a stock goes up, right? If a stock goes up, uh, how do you manage that, right? Because in that case, if you have sold covered call, you would be in a losing position, right? You may have to lose your stock if the stock goes up, right? So there's some options, rolling it out and all. This would be much clear when I show you in the Robinhood platform. So just hold on to this. This is one option. You can roll it out. I'm going to show you exactly how you do it and do it for profit, right? If a stock goes down, you are good, right? Because you sold covered call. If a stock goes down, you collect the premium, you get ready to sell another covered call, right? So this is a good option. If it's a sideways, this is like a best case for PMCC because your leap option is also kind of gaining a little bit, but not too much, so that your covered call is also below your strike price. So this is like your perfect case, but if the stock goes down, that's also perfect, right? So these things are very similar in nature. If you have done covered traditional covered call, right? So these things are pretty much same. The only difference here is because you don't own the share, there's a chance that you may have to adjust your position if the stock goes up, right? And that's what I'm gonna discuss because that's a critical scenario that you should know how to manage. Now, another very important thing is how do you actually select the stock, right, for PMCC? So these are the four things that I would be looking for a good candidate for PMCC, right? High liquidity. The stock should be highly liquid. Do not do PMCC on a stock which is not liquid, right? Go for a mega cap stock because now you can actually go for good mega cap or large cap stocks, right? You don't have to be even though you have less money, you can actually do the covered call on some of the big stocks that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to do the covered call, right? Strong fundamentals, same thing that comes with mega cap. If you go with Magnificent Seven, you are good, right? Those are generally good strong fundamentals, right? Volatility should be moderate, should not go for like very high IV. 30 to 40% is ideal. So do not go chase some high IV stocks or some pharma company stocks. They're not at all good because they may be a very good a jump. Your leap will go up, but again your covered call, because you have a covered call position, right? You're gonna offset anyway, and then you will be in a tough position to manage that kind of a trade, right? So I would not suggest to do that with a high volatility stock. Okay. Now leaps should be available. If you choose a mega cap stock, most of them have leaps. This is just a criteria that you need to really see that that particular stock has leap option. Again, just to recap, right, before we move on to the actual example, these are some key rules to remember. The leap delta should be close to 80. The leap expiration should be more than 6 12 months, or even you can go even more than that. Short call delta ideally should be around 20 to 30. You should always have a plan if your the short call goes out of like the money, right? It's like you if the stock really moves, jumps up, how do you manage that, right? You should have a plan for that. Pick liquid and strong fundamental stocks, and then start with something small. Don't go buy like 5 leaps and then do 5 covered calls. Start with the one contract and see how well you can manage, right? Because PMCC in a traditional covered call and this, the big difference here is you need a little bit active management of the PMCC. In traditional covered call, you can just set and forget, right? You don't really have to look at and see how the stock is doing. But here you have to have a little bit of active management in case you have to look out for the stock. If there is something really bullish trend comes in and then the stock goes up, you need a way to manage that. So now that's one thing that you should keep in mind. And with that, I think let's go to my screen and then we can discuss this in more detail. Okay, so I'm in my Robinhood screen, right? As you can see, I'm gonna choose Salesforce for this because recently they are kind of in a downtrend, and that's a good stock, something which is in a downtrend, but they are good fundamentals. They have almost reaching their bottom, and there's a very high chance that it may go back from here, right? So they are very good candidate to do the leap option, right? And the PMCC on that. So I'm going to choose this, but again, you can do this exact same thing for any other with any other stock, right? So let's do this on Salesforce. So as you can see, it's kind of a there's a strong, I would say, support line here, right, around 225. So anything below that would be a very good range for leap option. So first thing, as I said, it's a combination of two things. If you have to, let's do the traditional cover call, right? If you have to do sell a call on this, you will have to, if let's say you want to do 225 strike, right, on this. So you're going to collect $470 premium, but you need to have almost $22,000 to do this covered call, and that is where government covered call comes in, right? So for that, what you do is you buy a call, go like a year out, right? So something like next year Jan, right? So this go like this. Go for something which is like 200, or you can go even less. Go with like as I said, like around 80 delta, right? So let's say we can do this is about 73, so we can do 190, right? So almost 80, so let's do 190, right? So in this case, yeah, so here you buy, you look at the cost, right? You only need in that if you have to do traditional covered call, you would have needed $22,000, but in this case you need only around $5,000, right? So that's the first step on this, and once you have that, then you can do same covered call, right? So you, after that, you just do a covered call here and then select something like next week, right? So now since you have that leap call option, you can actually do anything like say 230, right? So you can do that. So let me I think I already had this one, so I can do 230 here, right? And 230 would be little bit, you are kind of going out of the money, right? Even though it's pretty close, I would say for, I would, ideally I would go like Feb 13, right, which is 27 day out, and then I will go for something like 250, right, which is way out of the money. So select that. So that's basically it, right? This is a combination of these two. Now again, you don't have to do this together. The idea, the way to do is you first do this, you buy this long call, which is leap, and then once you have that, then you can come back and then do this 250 call here, right? Right now, if I try to execute, it will say that I don't have the shares, right? But once you buy that leap option, that will go fine. So that's how you execute the PMCC, right? Now, there's one very important risk that I want to mention, and that's where a lot of people who do execute poor man covered call, they struggle to manage their trade. And that's what I want to cover. Like, let's say there's a big news in Salesforce and the stock really goes higher, right? How do you manage that? So you sold a covered call for 250, but Salesforce goes up to like 260. Of course, your leap would be in a very profitable position, but your covered call will be in trouble, right? So in that case, the best thing you can do is roll it out. Okay, so for example, if you have 250 this call, right? What you do is you buy back this call. You have to buy this call back, and then you sell another one for the increase the expiration, right? Go maybe 2 week further out, and then still try to get a close for like at least if you have to pay a little bit, that's fine, or try to do it for a credit. Okay, so your friend here is because the leap is so far out, you have a lot of time, right? So use that time, roll it out for the expiration weekly, right? So once you have that kind of a leverage because of the time, you can use that time to manage this trade. So that's the best way you can manage it. So yeah, that was the PMCC. It's a pretty, I would say it's a very simple strategy, but the key or tricky part is how do you manage that if it goes against that, right? So for that, rolling out is the best thing you can do. Your leap option, remember, is always gaining, and your covered call, you're collecting premium, right? It's a best of both worlds. I have some more videos around going in much deeper with some other examples. You can search in my channel, you will find that. So do study that, do review the slides if you are unclear of anything that I explained. That's gonna give you a good grasp on this. Start small, and then you can go with two contract, three contract, right? So I would say start small. You can do it with a like a Sophie or something which is like a even the 100 shares is much lesser, right? So if you have to do it for like a Intel, right? So Intel is like $4,000 stock, and if you do a leap, that's gonna be even less, right? It will be like a $500 range. So those kind of things you can start with, so you get a good understanding of this, and once you are comfortable, you can go bigger. So yeah, that was it for this video. If you have any questions for this strategy or anything around options, definitely put your questions down in the comment section. I do read all of them and I will respond to that. With that, I'm closing this one. Happy investing, guys. Bye bye.